down here. Probably got a little bit of scouting while some of the others is going on, and he's going to move down here with this small little fleet. Got two B5s and three bugs, and that'll be able to take out this expansion. And that's going to actually do a little bit of damage to Mort's economy. Not overly a lot of damage, but it's going to put him back on even footing. And you can see here that Mort is moving these scout cubes rather tentatively. It looks like he does not want to readily engage this fleet. Rather, he is moving his ships away, maybe providing some sort of just dragging him out. You can see actually that he's already deconstructed everything. So Mort giving up on this expansion rather quickly, and basically it looks like he's taking this one ship and trying to sacrifice it, moving it away, providing a little bit of sacrifice. See that there's an S2 out, but this S2 is, since it's only a prototype, you don't actually see any other real S2s in production, so it's a little bit of a loss here. It looks like these scout cubes are going to try to come in on NuclearDude's top, take out maybe a couple of his titanium, see if he can take a couple of them out outside the range of the starbase, and that not looking to go really well because he's getting one cube within the range. NuclearDude needs to get these guys, move them into the range of the starbase and repair them as much as possible. He's got a little bit of micro with his prototype, and that's going to be an expensive loss. Mort taking advantage of this micro there. So these scout cubes are going to pop in here and take out what they can. They're actually seeming fairly durable, getting out of the range finally of that starbase. And so NuclearDude is going to end up losing a couple of construction ships in mining mode, and that's going to set him back a little bit. You can see that another B5 is in the construction queue, and that is going to bring the total of B5s up to 3, including this prototype, and that's going to be a nice little fleet there that he's starting to field. And you can see here that Mort has backed off, given himself some distance. He's made a successful raid, stopped the titanium production mining flow, and not really hasn't crippled. He's got a couple of ship kills out of that, and that's nothing else going to provide a little bit of economic harassment. So we can see here that NuclearDude has another construction ship yet. Not sure what he's going to do. I think he is very wary, and rightly so, of those 4 scout cubes that are providing a lot of harassment. So we can see that the Borg are right back into mining in this expansion, having sacrificed one of those resource assimilators and moving off the other 3. Since the resource assimilators are able to produce these resource nodes, then they can just back off and then re-engage in the expansion very, very quickly. You can see here that there's another detector out. And now we see that this fleets are now engaging. The scout cube will end up trying to take out some of these bugs, and they're going to be very successful in doing it. However, these B5s are a lot stronger. So, and this cube is going to make it out of there. So the Borg making use of the fluid nebula very, very well. So the question is what. So at this point, you can see how very far down these cubes are getting. So these fighters actually don't appear to have any shields, and so, well, you can't really tell. You can't click on them. The question is, I don't actually know. The B5s could very potentially have just hung out on the edge of this nebula, possibly taking out this scout cube here, maybe getting a couple kills. You can see how injured this one scout cube, and because they don't have the regen module going, they are not very. They're not. You can see that they're regenerating, but at a very, very low rate. That's going to take a while for that guy to get back up to combat ready. So, however, NuclearDude is still trying to produce his B5 fleet, and he's making progress on it, but it does appear to be taking him a long time. I think that he is going to end up regretting not being just a little bit more aggressive. So he needs to probably pop out. So I don't know what he needs to pop out here. Maybe an S2, but he lost that prototype earlier. That would make his B5s a lot more effective. He can't really go bugs at the moment because those scout cubes have the advantage. However, these scout cubes have moved away from that fluid nebula, are going to, I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to potentially move towards this base, but they're really outnumbered. You can see this one scout cube, the injured one that was down to 25%, was now back up to around 50%. If the Dominion are aware of this, he's now got 4, so this is a matchup that will really, really favor the Dominion here. The question is, I don't know if he sees those scout cubes. He thinks they're in this nebula, hiding out. He's going to take the risk, and he's going to find that they're not there. So this detector is trying to board this. Going to find that is not much at all. So you can see here that the scout cubes are going to get within sensor range. So here at this point, so NuclearDude needs to move his mining ships out of the way, get them repaired, and then maybe move these B5s back up and to intercept these scout cubes. These scout cubes are this base is not targeting the ships he needs. So Mort is probably going to lose this one scout cube if he doesn't watch out. He's trying to take an econ hit on NuclearDude, and he's actually going to be fairly effective on this. However, these B5s need to, if they're not going to engage in this ship, engage in this scout cube fleet, needs to do something against the Borg here. So the Borg here are basically mining. You can see that he's got an additional 2 scout cubes out, so bringing the total to 6. However, these B5s are going to be able to provide a lot of damage. So we're back up here in this base. You see that the scout cubes have made short work of pretty much all of these worker ships, and taking out all of his economy. So you can see that he's moving away this one scout cube that is sitting around probably about 10%, yes, and with that starbase within range, doing a lot of damage to this fleet. So this is going to really put this fleet into a not a healthy position with as little health as they have. So up here you can see that, oh, and Mort has, in the meantime, fielded a sphere. That's going to give this a lot more. This is going to be a lot more dangerous to the Dominion. However, we see that the Dominion taking advantage of the fact that the fleets are out of range and are attacking the Borg's mining in the home base. So you see here that it does look that the Borg have upgraded the simulation matrix, providing a lot more cover. And this is actually going to be damaging to the Borg because they're. But however, the Borg do have this mining over here. The question is, what's going? Okay, so the Borg gathering their fleet. Both players trying to, I guess, going to try to base kill each other. The Borg having a sufficient numbers here, so it'll be interesting to see if the Borg are going to be able to tank that starbase with this sphere, and looking a little bit trepid on what he's going to do here. So the Dominion here end up within range of that starbase, end up taking a little bit of. They're trying to stay away from the starbase. They want to just get as much of an economic hit against the Borg as possible. The Borg ships are quite expensive, so economic hits are actually quite devastating to them. You can see, however, the resource assimilators are quite durable themselves. So the Borg are moving in down here. You can see that there's another B5 by itself is not going to be able to do anything, so it needs to stay within range of that starbase. So he needs to attack the individual ships at the lowest. So he's going to need, as soon as he gets about 25%, he's going to want to run and go repair. So these 4 B5s down here needing to make the advantage. So this is a bit of a push.